Well, viewers, let's start with the news that the entire world has been waiting for, the big announcement by the United States President Donald Trump, something that the world has been waiting for months together. Trump announced a peace deal between the United States and Iran, but it will be signed in the next 5 days in Switzerland. And once that happens, the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened and the naval blockade will be lifted. As expected, oil prices have fallen sharply. European powers have also welcomed the move. A statement from India is still awaited. But despite the positive signals, many questions remain. What exactly has Iran agreed to? And what happens to its nuclear program? Let's also remember that this is coming on the sidelines of the G7 summit, where global powers are converging, including India. So this deal and its implication is sure to be on the agenda of the summit. Let's get you a ground report by our managing editor, Zakka.
It's the all-important G7 meeting which is happening in this tiny French alpine town called Evian. The world's most powerful leaders, the US President, the French President, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they're all going to be here for the next 3 days, and they will try and discuss the most pressing issues of the day, including, of course, the war in West Asia, the war in Iran. We've seen multiple times threats and the possibility of a ceasefire, but that peace agreement seems all elusive. The Prime Minister, of course, will be here on Tuesday, the second day of the G7. Amongst the meetings that he will be having on the sidelines of the G7, the most important one will be with President Donald Trump of the United States. This is the first time that both men will be meeting since their last meeting that happened in February of 2025, and clearly a lot has flown since then. Whether it is the trade and tariffs issue, whether it is Trump's repeated claims of finding a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and most recently, the death of the 3 Indian sailors at the hands of US Navy fire. All of these pressing issues will be taken up by the Prime Minister when he meets with Donald Trump, but that's going to be on Wednesday afternoon. There's going to be a plethora of events over the next 3 days for the world's most powerful men and women, but the big question that is top of everybody's mind, as far as India is concerned, will the Prime Minister take up in very strong terms the killings of the 3 Indian sailors, which is unacceptable to India and to her people? And globally, the most important and most pressing issue, of course, is the Iran war. We will see whether or not this G7 will lead to a productive outcome in terms of ending this war and getting back to a semblance of normalcy. And we'll be reporting for you all through these next 3 days right here from this French alpine town of Evian. This is Zakka reporting with camera person Brij Kishore Mal for Times Now.